Hey guys, how you doing? It's Grant Pintorici from AnglingAuthority.com. As you guys can see, I've got my recessed trolling motor pan. I picked this one up from eBay. It's pretty good. With shipping, this pan cost me about $105. The pan itself was about $69 from eBay. You know, I redid the carpet on my boat and I figured I'm going to install one of these suckers. For a factory look, I'm going to be actually carpeting this. So I'm going to show you guys how to carpet the recessed trolling motor pan. And I'm also going to show you guys how to install it on your boat. So it'll be a two-part video. And then also there'll be a written article on the trolling motor pan itself. There's a couple of different trolling motor pans on the market. There's actually a trolling motor pan from Trollwell, and it's trollwell.com. That one is an actual fiberglass trolling motor pan, and you can match that to the gel coat on your boat. That one is about $169.99 plus tax, and you have to call and order it by credit card, and there's a 2-week lead time on it. There are other trolling pans. There's another one called Easy Troll. That one is more of a shaped trolling pan, and I didn't like that one because it wouldn't be very easy to carpet, and I plan on carpeting this one. This trolling pan is I chose to go with this trolling pan. It's a pretty heavy gauge aluminum, all aluminum construction. It's welded. You can see it right there. It's got some pretty solid welds. It's a pretty solid pan. It's got a drain hole. It's anodized black, and it can be installed just like this. It does not come with screws, so you'll need to purchase 10 number 8 stainless steel screws to install this pan. So to get this pan installed, I actually carpeted my boat deck first. And what I'm going to be doing is I'm actually going to be carpeting the pan separately, and I'm going to be installing it on top. And what's going to happen is the actual carpeting, you're going to see a seam. I'm just going to show you guys real quick. When the pan is installed, you're going to see a folded seam around the pan, like that. You'll need your carpet glue. What I'm using is a marine carpet vinyl adhesive. This adhesive is from bassboatseats.com or boatcarpetbuys.com, and you can purchase it off their website. I believe it's about $29, and they'll ship it to you. This is a fantastic adhesive for carpeting, and I highly recommend you guys go with them. Great prices, great customer service, and I was really happy when I was purchasing my items. So you'll need marine vinyl adhesive. You'll need marine carpeting. So again, I went to a website, boatcarpetbuys.com, and I actually have a couple of extra pieces of boat carpeting from my project, from redoing my bass boat. So I've got my carpeting pieces cut out, and you'll need a sharp knife. Make sure you have lots of extra blades. You'll be changing them quite often. You'll need a black marker to mark your carpeting. You'll need a good sharp pair of scissors to do some exact fine cuts. You'll need a nice straight edge to run the blade along. And you'll need a tape measure to measure your pan. You'll need something to spread the glue around with. And you'll also need vinyl gloves. So these are very important as well, because you don't want the vinyl adhesive getting on your hands, because it's fairly difficult to get off. So I'm going to show you guys how I actually cut the carpeting, and it's fairly simple, and I'm not going to spend a lot of time going through the steps. Basically what I did was I just measured the width, and I cut basically a piece of marine carpeting that was the width of the pan. Make sure you pay attention to the grain of the carpet. You want to make sure that the carpet grain is orientated the same way as the carpeting in the bass boat. If you orientate the fibers of the carpet differently, the carpeting will actually look like a different color when you mount it in the bass boat. So you want to be very careful and make sure that the carpeting is in the same orientation. Once I've got my strip cut to the correct width, I put it in and I test it out. I test fit it. So you want to have a little bit on each side of the lip. So as you can see here, I've got a little bit hanging over so that when I glue it, I can actually clamp it down. Okay, I've got that. I've already actually test fitted it and everything. I'm just showing you guys right now. And I've got my sides. Now you'll need to be a little bit handy here, and you'll need to be able to cut your carpeting so that it properly wraps around and hides the seams. So when it's all together, it should look like that. Nice seams so you can't see anything. And it really looks like, once you get the sides in, it looks like a really nice tight fit, and it'll look like a factory carpet install if you look at it. It'll look really good once it's done. And I've got the other side here that I've cut, and I've already cut all the carpeting, so put that in to show you guys what it'll look like. So I'm going to do a test fitting, and then you guys can see it's all test fit. It's all ready. And that looks really good. And I'm quite happy with the carpeting. The way it's all fitting nice and snug. And you want to really clean, another thing is you want clean lines here, because this will be the seam. So you want a nice sharp cut with a sharp knife. So I'll go and I'll start laying my glue. Okay, first thing I'm going to start, okay, you'll notice I only put glue on the bottom part where the centerpiece is going to go. I didn't put any on the sides. Okay, and I'll show you guys why. So laying the carpet in, guys, you want to start over here. Make sure you measure the correct amount you want to leave. Just gently drop it in. Now I'm going to cut it back just a bit. Now we're ready for our sides. I'm be very careful when you're laying the glue. You don't want it to go onto the finished product. So you notice how I'm laying it. I'll actually slide down the piece that I'm putting in. And I'll show you guys how I'm doing that. So here's the piece I'm going to install. I'll show you guys how I'm going to do this. I'm going to go very carefully, get some glue on it, and then push it down. Just like that. Next, I'm going to put material on the lip. You got to be very careful with this. You don't need a lot. The screws and the weight of the trolling motor will actually hold it down. This is where you take a piece, you clamp it down. And then you just follow, do the same thing on the next side.